Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. The reality star previously appeared on The Bachelorette's Season 16 in efforts to win over the final rose of Claire Crawley, who recently touched on Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell's breakup. While he was initially so successful that the pair left the show early together, the pair eventually split, causing him to get back on the market and return to the beloved franchise. On Tuesday, ABC announced the first round of contestants who will appear on the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise, and Dale was listed amongst the rest. The spin-off differentiates itself from the franchise's usual setup by switching off on who gives roses out. Each week, men and women from previous seasons find themselves unevenly numbered and up for elimination, depending on which roses are given out. At the finale, the last standing couples can either get engaged to continue exploring their relationship. This year's lineup includes The Bachelorette's Season 29's Catherine Izzo, The Bachelor's Season 21's Sam McKenney, and Season 29's Zoe McGrady. As of right now, Dale is the confirmed cast member that has been within the franchise for the longest time. The television personality is a former NFL player. He had brief stints acting as the wide receiver for teams like Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Carolina Panthers. Within the sports realm, he is now a global ambassador for Special Olympics. After his football career, he made his reality show debut in 2020 when he starred on The Bachelorette. His time on the series was very brief, as he prematurely proposed to Claire Crawley during the 4th episode, leading to Tayshia Adams having to take over as the leading woman. 4 months after their engagement, the two visited their hometowns and spent the holidays together. Their whirlwind romance ended shortly after that, as Dale announced their breakup in January of 2021. Despite the heartbreaking announcement to fans, the couple rekindled after a month apart, only to split again later that year. His last confirmed relationship with interior designer Gailey Alex. The two were together for 2 years before splitting in 2024. After finding no luck in the relationship department off-screen, he has decided to give up control and see what was out there. Speaking about his reality TV return to Us Weekly, he said, "The biggest thing now is I feel really clear about what I want. It's definitely going to be a different
stood
approach."
At the edge of the Pacific Ocean, the waves crashing rhythmically against the shore. The salty breeze tousled his hair as he gazed out over the horizon. It had been a tumultuous year. Breakups, public scrutiny, and the ever-present spotlight of reality television. Yet here he was, back in the world that had once thrust him into fame, the Bachelor franchise. His journey had begun 5 years earlier on The Bachelorette Season 16, where he had captivated audiences with his whirlwind romance and subsequent engagement to Claire Crawley. Their rapid connection had been both enchanting and controversial. But as quickly as it had ignited, it had fizzled out, leaving Dale to pick up the pieces of his personal life. After a brief reconciliation, the couple parted ways for good in 2021. Dale sought solace in various endeavors, from modeling to hosting events, but the shadow of his past relationship lingered. Then, in 2022, he found a new connection with HGTV's Gailey Alex. Their relationship, though filled with promise, ended in late 2024 after 2.5 years together. Now, standing on the sands of Costa Rica, Dale was ready for a fresh start. He had no grand strategy, no preconceived notions, just an openness to whatever the universe had in store. "Honestly, I'm in paradise just to be open to the experience," he had shared before arriving. "Life has a lot of changes, and I think there's so many times that we want to control everything, right? And this is, for me, kind of refreshing stepping into an environment that I might not have all the answers to, and honestly, showing up and being myself and hoping that's enough." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the beach, Dale's heart raced. Tonight was the night, the first cocktail party of Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. Contestants from past seasons had gathered, each with their own stories and reasons for returning. Among them was Cat Izzo, a familiar face from Season 27 of The Bachelor and Season 9 of Bachelor in Paradise. Their eyes met across the crowded beach, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. Cat approached with a smile, her presence magnetic. "Dale," she greeted warmly, "it's been a while." He returned the smile, his nerves settling.
"It has. Good to see you again." Their conversation flowed effortlessly, laughter punctuating their exchange. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, a spark that neither had anticipated. As the night wore on, they found themselves drawn to each other, the connection deepening with each shared story and stolen glance. As the days passed, Dale and Kat's bond grew stronger. However, not everyone was pleased with their blossoming relationship. Rumors began to swirl about Kat's past actions during filming, including allegations of secret communications with an outside individual. These whispers reached Dale's ears, causing him to question the authenticity of their connection. Despite the mounting drama, Dale remained focused on his feelings for Kat. He confronted her about the rumors, seeking clarity. Kat denied the allegations, assuring him that her intentions were genuine. Torn between his growing affection for her and the swirling doubts, Dale grappled with his emotions. The weeks in paradise were filled with highs and lows. Dale and Kat navigated the complexities of their relationship, facing challenges both external and internal. The presence of other contestants, each vying for attention and affection, added pressure to their budding romance. Yet through it all, Dale remained steadfast. He had entered paradise seeking authenticity, and he found it in Kat. Their connection was real, unfiltered, and raw. They supported each other through the trials of the show, leaning on one another when the weight of the experience became overwhelming. As the season neared its end, Dale and Kat stood at a crossroads. The final rose ceremony loomed, and decisions had to be made. The final rose ceremony arrived, and with it the culmination of weeks of emotional turmoil. Dale stood before the gathered contestants, his heart pounding in his chest. He had come to paradise seeking love, and he had found it in Kat. With a steady hand, he reached for the rose and extended it toward her. "Kat," he began, his voice unwavering, "these past weeks have been a journey of discovery. I found in you a partner, a confidant, and a friend. I want to continue this journey with you beyond the confines of paradise." Kat's eyes welled with tears as she accepted the rose, her smile radiant. "Yes, Dale," she replied softly, "I want that too." The crowd erupted in applause, celebrating the union of two souls who had found each other amidst the chaos of reality television. Dale and Kat's journey didn't end with the final rose ceremony. They left paradise together, stepping into the world hand in hand. Their relationship, forged under the scrutiny of cameras and public opinion, proved resilient. They faced challenges, as all couples do, but their foundation was strong. They communicated openly, supported each other's dreams, and built a life filled with love and laughter. Their story became one of hope, a testament to the power of authenticity and the belief that true love can be found even in the most unexpected places. And so, Dale Moss, the former NFL player turned reality TV star, found his happy ending, not in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments shared with the woman he loved. The tropical nights of Costa Rica carried whispers that only the ocean breeze could keep. As Dale walked along the moonlit shoreline, he replayed the day's encounters in his mind. Paradise wasn't just about romance. It was a chessboard of strategy, hearts, and sometimes deception. Dale had always been someone who trusted his instincts, a trait honed from years on the football field. But in paradise, instincts were tested differently. Kat Izzo was proving to be a puzzle, enigmatic yet warm, playful yet cautious. Dale admired her authenticity, but sensed there were corners of her past she hadn't shared with the group. Meanwhile, other contestants watched Dale carefully. His history with Claire Crawley and Gailey Alex made him a magnet for attention and speculation. Conversations behind closed cabanas were rife with curiosity. Could Dale truly start fresh, or was he still navigating past heartbreaks in front of millions? No reality show experience is complete without alliances. Dale, despite his growing feelings for Kat, found himself drawn to other personalities on the beach. He shared laughs with newcomers, exchanged subtle tips with veterans, and occasionally clashed with those who underestimated his influence. One such clash came with a confident, sharp-tongued contestant named Leela, whose quick wit often veered into veiled criticism. She seemed to relish the idea of testing Dale's composure. During a group challenge, an intense beach obstacle course that tested teamwork and endurance, Leela deliberately misdirected Dale, causing a minor mishap. "Careful, Dale," she teased later with a sly grin. "Paradise isn't just about love, it's about strategy." Dale smiled politely, but inwardly recognized the game he was stepping into. Winning Kat's trust meant navigating more than just his own heart. It meant reading the intentions of everyone around him. Despite the lighthearted moments, Dale's journey in Paradise was not without vulnerability. The memories of past relationships lingered, especially during quiet nights by the ocean. He often found himself reflecting on the whirlwind romance with Claire Crawley. Their brief engagement had sparked a media frenzy, and though it ended amicably, the emotional residue remained. Dale confided in Kat one evening under a starlit sky. "I've been hurt before," he admitted, "and sometimes it feels like I'm constantly proving myself, not just to you, but to myself." Kat took his hand, her eyes sincere. "We all carry our pasts, Dale. Paradise isn't about pretending we're perfect. It's about being honest and letting love grow where it can." Her words resonated deeply. For the first time in weeks, Dale allowed himself to relax completely, feeling a fragile but real sense of hope. Reality TV thrives on tension, and Paradise was no exception. Midway through the season, a new twist was announced, a series of surprise arrivals, including former contestants from Dale's past seasons. The producers called it a love audit, designed to test existing connections. Among the newcomers was a figure from Dale's early Bachelorette days, a former admirer who had not yet aired her grievances publicly. Her presence immediately introduced friction. Whispers followed, glances lingered, and Dale felt the first real challenge to his bond with Kat. Kat noticed his discomfort. "This isn't about the past," she said firmly. "It's about us, right here, right now." Dale nodded, but the beach had become a theater of emotions, where every word, glance, and smile carried weight. Even amid drama, Paradise had its moments of pure magic. Dale and Kat shared an intimate sunset kayak trip, paddling through calm waters as the sky blazed orange and pink. They laughed at playful splashes, held hands in the quiet, and shared stories of life outside the cameras. It was during moments like these that Dale felt the world shrink to just the two of them. He realized Paradise was less about proving himself to a million viewers and more about exploring real emotions without filters. Social media, however, had a way of intruding even in the most private moments. Fans dissected every interaction, theorizing about alliances, rivalries, and potential breakups. Dale's past relationships, especially his high-profile splits, became points of speculation once again. He chose to rise above the noise, focusing instead on building genuine connections. "I can't control what people say," he told Kat one morning, watching the sunrise paint the beach. "All I can do is be honest and present." Kat smiled, squeezing his hand. "Then that's exactly what you should do. Let's write our story, not theirs." As the season drew closer to the final rose ceremony, Dale's bond with Kat reached its pinnacle. They had weathered jealousy, competition, and gossip. What remained was a connection forged in vulnerability and trust. One night, around a campfire under a canopy of stars, Dale opened his heart fully. "Kat, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know this. I want to explore it with you. No cameras, no scripts, just us." Kat's eyes glimmered with tears. "Dale, I feel the same way. Paradise brought me here, but you've made me want to stay." The cast and crew watched quietly, aware that this moment, unscripted, genuine, and raw, was the real heart of Bachelor in Paradise. When the final rose ceremony concluded, Dale and Kat's decision to continue their relationship beyond the show captivated fans. Their journey symbolized growth, resilience, and the courage to love openly despite past heartbreaks. Back in the real world, Dale returned to his life with renewed purpose. He continued modeling and media appearances, but with a grounded perspective. Kat remained by his side, supporting him and building a life away from the cameras. Interviews revealed a man transformed by experience, more self-aware, patient, and attuned to the emotional rhythms of a partnership. Fans celebrated not only their love story, but the authenticity Dale brought to every interaction. Dale Moss's return to Bachelor in Paradise was more than a TV arc. It was a journey of personal evolution. From the bright lights of the NFL and the spectacle of reality TV to the tranquil beaches of Costa Rica, he had discovered the power of honesty, resilience, and vulnerability. He had navigated jealousy, rumors, and public scrutiny, proving that love could be found even amidst chaos. More importantly, he had learned to trust himself and his instincts, a lesson that extended far beyond the confines of any reality show. As Dale and Kat looked toward the future, they did so with clarity and intention. Their relationship, born under the bright lights and cameras of paradise, had grown into something real. Their story became a testament to the transformative power of connection and a reminder that the journey is often just as important as the destination. And as Dale gazed at the ocean once more, he reflected on how far he had come. From heartbreaks to reconciliations, from media frenzy to personal introspection, his path had led him here, finding not just love, but a deeper understanding of himself.